Just when you think it can't get any better, drones have been around for decades now. However, this nearly silent drone system takes it to the next level. It can deliver a package from the sky right to your backyard in as little as 2 minutes with pinpoint accuracy. And that's about as close to teleportation as you can get. Well, without actually teleporting. This is the future of package delivery by a company called Zipline. It's been promised for more than a decade. However, it's not been without criticism. Many people don't want anything that noisy, with propellers that spin at dangerous speeds landing anywhere near their home. Yet, given the huge increase of people using Amazon and meal delivery services like DoorDash, it's inevitable. The average meal weighs a few ounces, so using 2-ton gas-powered cars to transport billions of door deliveries every year is wasteful and ecologically unsound. Drone delivery would be far faster and remove many cars from the road. It would cost pennies in energy per delivery while entirely electric and autonomous. With Zipline, the droid lowers the package with dartboard accuracy. The main drone can remain 400 feet in the air even in high winds, keeping everything incredibly quiet. Due in part to the innovative design of these unique propellers, the drone is also whisper quiet. So, why not use gliding drones for longer distances to deliver critical medical supplies to remote villages? As it happens, Rwanda has been using drones to launch life-saving blood for more than 6 years. Drones take off and land every 90 seconds. They're coming in from all over. The team functions like a well-oiled F1 ground crew, logging 40 million miles of drone flights so far. That's impressive. How does it work? A doctor at a hospital issues an order for, say, an urgent blood supply. The order is packed, secured, and sent out to be placed in the drone's belly. Next, the entire assembly is placed on the launcher. The drone's wings, battery, and nose cone are attached. With a pre-flight check, the drone is launched, all within 90 seconds of receiving the order. In less time than it takes to blink, the drone accelerates from 0 to 65 miles an hour using the launcher. It's a clever design. It lets the drone take off at its cruising speed, using much less energy to stay in the air. Once in the air, cruising at 70 miles an hour, the drone finds the hospital by navigating and opens the trap door to drop the package safely using a parachute. Completing its mission, it navigates back to base from up to 150 miles round trip. Much like an aircraft carrier, as the drone approaches, a mil-spec GPS broadcasts its position, informing the poles when to swing up, catching a hook on the tail with the cable safely slowing it down. Once settled to a stop, the crew removes the battery and wings, placing it back into rotation. It's quite impressive and amazingly robust. It works basically in any weather. With no human steering it, there's no night flying issues, so operations run 24/7, which is why in 6 years they've pulled off 500,000, often life-saving deliveries. That's just the tip of the iceberg, considering 6 years ago all the experts told them it was impossible. Naysayers be damned. The drones have reduced in-hospital maternal mortality by 88%. Zipline has 2 launch sites that cover pretty much anywhere in Rwanda. They also operate in other countries. They serve 3,000 hospitals globally today. That number may be 10,000 in a year. But what about city delivery drones? Let's take a look, since up to 4 billion door deliveries will happen this year in the US, and that doesn't include Amazon. Past complaints have been that drones buzzing rooftops all day is extremely annoying, and of course, safety concerns. Entering their headquarters, the first thing you notice in the lobby is this cool projection showing the total number of flights flown, now at over 500,000. It also shows all the long-range drones they have in the air in real time, delivering critical medical supplies around the world. It's not just where they design and build their drones, they also do much of their testing there. Thoroughly testing everything before getting it out to the field, according to their CEO, Keller. "We discovered real-world testing is critical," said Keenan, another Zipline co-founder. And for you robotics nerds, he's the dude who invented ROS, the open-source software used by anyone who wants to build anything robotic. The secret of their quiet propellers is shown in the graph. The area under the curve would represent the energy from an annoying high-pitched hobby drone. The closest of these spikes is the high frequency that grates on your ears. So after studying the hummingbird and trial and error, Zipline figured out how to take those spikes and flatten them out. And getting rid of all the spikes means it's much more of a constant sound, more like white noise that the brain just ignores. It's the same quiet propeller design used for their long-range drones. For safety, just as sending something into space, all the critical systems have backups. In engineering, it's called redundancy, such as if one propeller quits, it could still fly due to the large back propeller picking up the slack. Although it propels the drone forward, it also turns down 90 degrees to help create extra lift while it's lowering the droid. But what if the drone malfunctions? A full aircraft parachute is automatically deployed if there's a problem, or if the drone loses power altogether. A testament to their excellent engineering is, in their 6 years of operation, with 500,000 flights, they've had 0 mishaps causing injury. Oh, and to ensure no drone mishaps occur in the future, don't forget to slam the like and subscribe buttons. So, how do the drones get loaded up? One scenario is, a local grocery store could reserve some parking space as a loading zone. One Zipline engineer said you could use a window from your local pharmacy and turn it into a droid part. It would come down a chute, items get loaded, then back up the chute, into the drone, and off for delivery. Say you're on a 15-minute video call with a doctor. By the time the call is over, your meds could be on your back porch. That's pretty cool. Translate this to a distribution center or a large retail store. More than 90% of people in the US live within 10 miles of a large retail store. And Zipline drones can easily make a 20-mile round trip carrying up to 8 pounds. This isn't just for big stores. Your favorite local restaurant can now easily afford to send orders to your door at a much lower cost. By the end of this year, Sweet Greens will start delivering salads straight to your backyard. Is the pizza delivery guy going obsolete soon? Oh, and not having packages left on front porches is bad news for porch pirates. How far will it go? Well, if your mind isn't already blown, we really like Mark Rober's idea. Paraphrasing, he says he wants to plant this seed, something we might see much further in the future. This is not from Zipline, it's just an idea, says Mark. He continues, it stands to reason if the system works for packages, why not for humans, right? Imagine a bigger drone, perhaps an ambulance, more powerful, but quiet propellers, hoovering up high so you can barely see. Then it lowers the entire cockpit like the droid. It quietly sets down in the driveway, they put you in, they reel you up so you can cruise above traffic straight to the hospital, then be lowered safely in the same manner. We really like it, Mark. We have no doubt this is where we're headed. Imagine if we crack anti-gravity, which we will no doubt do one day. That's almost as cool as watching another one of our videos.